right, welcome to Options Tender. It is Monday after the market close, 125. We have a lot to go through today. We have some individual names, a couple of requests. Again, I love it. I love when you guys give requests. So if you like this information, hit the like button, subscribe, and notify. Put in the comment area any, or you can Instagram or Twitter, all of them. You can send me some trade ideas that you'd like me to cover. I'd be glad to do it for you. Our group is pretty small right now, so I'm able to give a little bit of attention to many. We're going to go through some individual names, the SPX, according to the options expected move, maybe some trade ideas, and we'll go from there. So here we are. Let's dive in. SPX, we have the options expected move right here. This outlines our range for the week. Now, there's one thing that I noticed here, and so I highlighted them with the little circle. This is our Monday. Big dip, right? So we in this morning's video, we saw that the market was unstable. The small caps were pressuring to the downside. They're pulling down the mega cap stocks. So we felt the weakness, and I'll go into this a little bit more on the ES, but here's our Monday move. Tried to break through the 8 MA and then push back up. But look at this Monday. Pushed down on that Monday. This Monday, pushed right down, right from the beginning. This Monday, this is not an uncommon thing. So we're starting off the week, pushing down, and then just like all the other ones, that's when we make our move up. That's when we make our move. Okay, so I expect the same thing this time, except at the end of this move, I expect a much lower correction. And again, we'll go through that on the lower time frame, just so we can be thorough. But let's put some trend lines on this one here. Trend is our friend. And just to show our wave count, we have, we're in an Elliott wave 1, 2, and then we're working on 3. But this is our minute wave, 1, 2. We ended 3. Down to 4, and this concludes, I have to move that down there. This concludes our wave 4 right here. Hopefully we'll confirm that tomorrow, but if we get follow through with this one, we're not looking for much higher on this one, but we are looking to move a little bit higher before we make our correction. And so this would be wave 5 next. Okay, MACD still kind of waving back and forth, so that's just a sign of caution. You know, we're still bullish. The price action still moving to the upside. We're making higher highs and higher lows. Market structure is intact. You guys do not fight the trend. Okay, let's move over to the ES on a 65-minute chart. Remember, we use the 65 minutes candles, so we have all even candles throughout the trading day. MACD looks like we're making a cross back up to the upside, and I'll show you why this is significant. So we finished off with our wave 5 count from a couple weeks to the upside, and that will lead us to where the top of wave 3, making this what we thought could have been the end of the correction here. Made a nice move up, but we couldn't make a higher high. So what does that tell us? We now have to reevaluate. A, B, C correction. Now our correction's over, made a huge doji candle, moving to the upside. And now what I believe is wave 1 will move down to wave 2. We don't know where that ends. The wave 2 technically could go all the way back down to 100% retracement from the beginning of wave 1. That doesn't seem likely in this case here, but we have support here. Support here. We can even use our retracement to find out if we're going to hit that 61.8 golden retracement, which is the yellow line here. So that's a good spot. So we'll see where we bounce tomorrow from here. I do think we'll head down a little bit more. And this is a really small wave 5. And trust me, we can go on the 5-minute chart, but just trust me on that. So let's move over to some individual names. I want to go over a couple of, let's go on the daily. Aftermarket, we like to go on the daily plug. I started to do the wave count. This is going to take me a little bit of time. So a person requested this on Instagram, and I thank you very much personally for asking me to do this. And I'll put in a little bit more work, but I want to get this video out to you here. So we have wave count, but I just want to show we are in all-time high range now. And so this is uncharted territory. Everything's looking up, bullish, bullish. All of the time frames are bullish on the MACD. We're just now making some sort of curve down here on the daily. So, you know, I wouldn't fight this trend. I wouldn't short it. But this is something that I just can't get into at this point myself. I would have to wait for some sort of ABC correction, something maybe to test the all-time highs back here. Maybe I can't put myself to push on this parabolic move here. If you can, sure, day trade it, but just be careful. Know where you're wrong. Set your stop. Okay, so that's plug. Plug, I feel like it's going higher, but it could turn on you any second. A lot of stocks are squeezing right now. You're going to see that, especially in this last wave 5. You're going to see a lot more stocks doing that, and we'll show you a couple more here. And so fcel, earnings are coming up here real soon. Let's see, that's on, already had earnings. Yeah, okay. Didn't look like it really did anything, but I did the wave count on here. fcel, just a beautiful chart. I think this one's going to go huge into the future. Similar, this would be an IRA pick for myself, similar to Rocket Nokia that we'll show pretty soon here. But it looks like after all these wave counts, it looks like we're just about at the end, and we should make a nice big correction. I did put some retracements on here. It will have to be adjusted after we know we have some sort of signal that this is the top, but we have nice resistance here. So we might come back here, back into the 8 area. This might be super bullish and only come back to the 13. We have some room to move to the downside. So again, just like fcel, or I'm sorry, just like plug, we want to see this price come back to good support here. A nice retracement, maybe to the trend line. We'll have to see, and then we can put it in a position. But this will be wave 1, and then we'll have a down move to wave 2, maybe down to here. We don't know this yet. This would be, now that I'm looking at it right here, this might actually be a nice support line at this point, maybe to retest this breakout area. This is a nice breakout area, okay? All right, so, and then we'll look to put this position on. I thank you for pointing this one out, because we've heard of it, but we haven't mapped this one out. I think we'll put that in the IRA picks. So speaking of IRA, let's move over to Rocket. We finally had a squeeze on Rocket, making our move. We've been waiting for this move for some time. We've been in Rocket since down low, and it's been moving sideways and made a huge move today. Love it. Look at that cross on the MACD. We had divergence, bullish divergence way back then, so that's why we put this in the IRA. Huge move. We're looking good on that one. Nokia was another IRA pick, and you know, I have these in earlier videos, guys. If you like this information, just please subscribe, and you'll get a lot of these picks and trade ideas for long-term, short-term, every single day. So here we go with a large 1, 2, and now we're making our way up here. I think the stock's going to be at around $8 in no time. You know, we'll see, but it's got to get through a few resistance areas. But just another huge move with Nokia. Our IRA is looking good. Lazr is our next. Now these next ones, I mean, this one looked like Palantir. We're looking across here on the MACD. It made a move today. Hopefully we'll have some follow through, a little bit of resistance here until we get to all-time highs next. But it looks like we're on wave 3 right now. Zoom. Zoom. Big old wave 4 correction here on Zoom. We are starting to move up here to the upside. Wave 1, wave 2, we think, and squeezing right between the 8 MA and the 50 MA. So starting to look a little bit bullish. Hopefully we can get over that 50 tomorrow. I'd love to see a gap up over that area. Okay, we made that crossover here, but we do have to get over this 0 line to really start looking bullish and maybe get some momentum. Okay, Snow is my next pick. Again, this is, I mean, we're talking imminent, okay? We want to see, we had this huge ABC correction. It looks just like Zoom had our 1, 2, and hopefully working on wave 3 at this point. A nice support here along with the trendline support and wedging one more time. Let's get out of that. Let's go. All right, we haven't made a cross on the MACD yet, but we'll see how that moves in the very near future. If you see any of these, that's because I have a good till canceled. We have very, very conservative plays that we do as well, in out spreads. I have a separate account for that. So anytime you see this is a good till cancel position that just by itself it's a set it and forget it type trade. So if you guys don't have time to trade every single day, I do have a video on in out spreads that I'll post up here. I'll put it on the card. It's back in my inventory, but I'll put it up top there so you can click on that. But that's all I got for you. You know, we had a bunch of winners today with Palantir, Fubo. We just rolled those out. We rolled them into later dates. I'm not going to show you those because you can look for yourself how fast they move to the outside. Workhorse we're also working on. So a whole bunch of names will continue. If you have any trade ideas, let me know for tomorrow morning in the comment area. So thank you for joining us here at Options Center. Good luck. We'll see you in the morning.